Hello Cancer, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Cancer. All Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Cancer in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Cancer, please. What does Cancer need to know? Okay, let's take it. We'll take it. So, the underlying energy, there's a lot going on here. I feel like, all right, let's start with what we can already see. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Five of Wands, which tells me that your energy is kind of scattered right now. You're being pulled in many different directions. Like you have 5 different things going on and you're kind of tired. Like you feel like it's a little much. It's a little overwhelming. You may have multiple jobs in your life. You may have multiple relationships such as parents, children, lovers, spouse, whatever. Like it's just, I feel somebody's energy is being pulled in too many different directions. There's a scatterbrained quality to this, and actually it's causing some stress and suffering. You feel a little tired of this, exhausted. Okay, and then we have the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands is good. That's a good sign, especially with the Five of Wands being here. We see the 6. We see you overcoming these challenges. We see you rising up, getting on top of it. Okay, there's a transformation that's going on here. It's got to change. Something has to change. It cannot continue going along in this way. But then we see the Seven of Cups here. And we're going to get some more. So the Seven of Cups is a lot of mixed signals, mixed emotions, confusion, illusions, something not quite right, like the way you feel about it. I feel like we're going to get some clarification. Whatever just fell out, I feel like, okay, here we go. 9 of Cups. Excellent. Okay, so you have some challenges here emotionally, and when it comes to like your stamina, your energy level. But the good news is I see things getting cleared up. I see you finding a way through this situation. That 9 of Cups looks really good. So let's see. I feel like shuffling. This is different, right? Like this fell out and now I'm shuffling it to get the message. So I see some kind of confusion is clearing up. I see that you're getting very clear about how you really feel and what you really want. And I get, like, in the context of everything, it's almost like you're going to be cutting certain things out that are taking your attention, things that are distracting you, and just bringing it back to the basics and focusing on what's really important and what really matters to you. You know, I did a bibliomancy reading, kind of experimental, right? Experimental bibliomancy reading. I think I uploaded it yesterday. And there was a 555 message there. The 5 of Wands showed up in that. Oh, the sun. I love to see the sun. So the sun comes out. Anyway, there was a message there about challenges in these relationships and how to sort of put things into perspective. It was talking about putting things into perspective and putting things into a new context, like recontextualizing something and finding your own power, how to observe and be aware of this mystery that's going through your life, and then finding a way to personal power and clarity. So if that's something that speaks to you, I mean, I do have the 5 of Wands here. You might get something out of that reading if you haven't watched it already. The bibliomancy reading, I used Rick Rubin's The Creative Act. It's really good. Okay, so overall energy here at the top, we've got the Daughter of Swords, which is like the Page of Swords in this deck. And because there's so many cards here in my hand and we're going to use all of them, I feel like putting it here. All right. This is somebody who's very intelligent, very curious, you know, learning things, sort of rebellious, kind of progressive in the way that they think. They have, okay, I'm picking up on somebody who has like a very keen sense of justice, right and wrong, and they're very stubborn about it. This is air sign energy. I'm especially picking up on Aquarius for some reason, but it could also be Libra or Gemini. This is somebody who may have like humanitarian intentions, or that's how they feel. That's what they think of themselves. That's what they are interested in. This is somebody who's, like I said, they have a very strong sense of like right and wrong, what's fair and not fair. And they get really upset. Like, I'm feeling somebody who gets really upset when something's not fair. When it's not fair to themselves, when it's not fair to others, like injustice. I just feel like right now I'm intuitively picking up on somebody that feels really offended by any kind of like injustices, especially when it comes to their own personal belief system or their own personal code of conduct or their own personal ideology. There's almost like a very strict, almost dogmatic sense of right and wrong, black and white. This is right, this is wrong, you know. And okay, so I feel like maybe it's not fair that you're being pulled in so many directions. You're being asked to take on perhaps more work without this compensation. And part of you wants to be helpful and to be of service and to be useful and to do it, to do the job. And yet I feel like part of you feels like this is not fair, or it's not worth it, or it's taking more than it's giving. Okay. Then we have the Six of Swords came out next. Right, so this is like a new hope for the future. You've been going through a very challenging time, and you've learned a lot here. And you're standing up for yourself and speaking your mind. Like, even though maybe you feel like your voice is shaking, right? You feel like you almost like overwhelmed a little bit. I'm picking up overwhelmed emotionally, and it's like, but you know you have to say it, and you know you've got to make something clear. And then we have the Six of Cups. So we do have 3 sixes here. Sixes are all about balance and harmony. And again, this idea of like justice. I'm really feeling that today. I would be so, oh wow, Nine of Swords. We'll get to the Nine of Swords. So what do we got here? Okay. I felt like looking. Maybe I'm supposed to look. Maybe this is like the... Okay, I've got some... So we've got this. This goes deep. Let's just focus on one thing at a time. This message here. There says the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords here. It's like... I just heard still waters run deep. Okay. The emotions run deep. This is like to do with your history. This is like who you are on a fundamental level. It's like asserting yourself, redefining yourself, learning who you are. Also, I get the sense that somebody is very curious about you. This is now taking another turn. We're going in another direction with this. I feel called to. Let's go for it. Let's follow where this leads us. Somebody's thinking about you from the past, a person that you have almost like a soulmate connection with, or a past relationship, somebody that's got deep roots. This could be in your family, or yeah, and I feel like you have not always had an easy relationship with this person, somebody very headstrong. I'm picking up like Scorpio, Taurus, especially Aquarius, Leo, okay? A lot of Leo, like fixed sign energy, a lot of Scorpio, a little bit of Pisces here. I said Taurus, I'm not actually seeing it, but it's just fixed sign, you know, fixed signs. But yeah, and I just feel like there's a lot of butting heads. This could even be a child, somebody that's younger than you, or like up and coming, you know, like a student, or just somebody who is like argumentative and they want to get into a debate and they like feel really strongly about what they're saying. Anyway, this is somebody who wants to talk to you. They want to make things clear with you. They want to clear the air. All right. So I have here another message in my hands. We have the Nine of Swords, and it's extremely scary in this deck. So I'm sorry if this is gross to you. It is kind of gross. I love this deck. I love this artwork. I'm into this kind of thing, but I know not everybody's going to like to see this card in particular. There's a lot of fear, anguish, hopelessness, anxiety. So while the first message here coming out looks good, besides like the stressful, challenging situation that's got you confused, you know, we see that getting cleared up. We see you overcoming that challenge. We see that there's hope for the future and that your roots run deep. And it's like there's this balance between the past and the future, like a bridge between the past and the future here. And you're learning about this. And there's somebody that wants to talk to you or like reconnect with you in the future. Something about the past and the future. So it implies that it's like the present moment. It's not in your present moment. It's something that happened in the past and it's coming back around in the future. Like, okay, if you had some good times in the past or a good relationship or some good nostalgic memories of something that's not in your life right now, I see in the future, in the near future, like a restoration of those good vibes, those good feelings, or that good relationship. But like right now is a stressful time. Yeah, there's something new coming your way and you feel trapped right now, but you can't stay here forever. Like this current situation is not going to last forever. This problem is temporary, okay? You may be having a hard time seeing that right now. You may be scared. You may be feeling hopeless. Something may have happened that was really terrible and it's hard for you right now to see where is this going, okay? There is this relationship here with the Lovers. I do see a vision for the future. Somebody here, a Daughter of Cups. We do have the Page of Cups as well. And then the Eight of, okay, it's like I've got two messages here, one in each hand. The Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands. A lot of Wands energy right now. So much Wands energy. It's like this is a vision and it's a feeling. And I don't have any pentacles out here right now. I kind of felt a Taurus somewhere in the picture, but I don't know. Let's just move on. It's like there's a lot going on inside, in your mind, in your heart, in your vision. And so this is like a very inward transformation. Okay, I have two things going on here. One is on this side is somebody who's very, very sensitive and very caring, very gentle, kind of younger or inexperienced, maybe a little immature. Again, could be a child, you know, take it as it resonates for you. But this Page of Cups is somebody who I feel like they're very sensitive to conflict and they don't always handle it very well. And I see somebody who's trying to do their best to handle a difficult situation that is really causing them a lot of confusion, almost like bewildered. You know, they feel really insecure. It undermines their sense of safety or security. Okay, but suddenly this person learns something, gets a flash of insight. There's communication. There is a heartfelt, sincere apology or an offer of some kind of emotional connection here. And this is really good. This is something to celebrate. So this person is having a flash of insight, a flash of realization, epiphany, or like communication incoming, a direct, open, honest communication about feelings, about how are you? Hey, it's like somebody asking you, are you okay? Can I help you with anything? Can I get you anything? Can I come over and visit? Do you want to go out? Do you want to talk? Like it's that kind of feeling. It's almost like an old friend or something. You know, they see that you're having a hard time. You've gone through a difficult breakup or like there's a relationship here. Okay, let's put this down. I'm going to put this here because this is a message together. This is like a breakthrough in communication. This is good. This is something that's good news, makes you feel better, maybe clearing the air, clearing up a misunderstanding. It's a good communication. That's what I want to say, all right? Because on this side, there's a lot of fear. There could be a Gemini involved. Again, we've got a lot of Gemini. I've got Sagittarius, Aries. Anyway, it's like I want to read from the book for this Nine of Swords. I feel that way. Because take out this fear, this anxiety, this like insecurity. Somebody feels isolated, alone, unloved, abandoned, like an orphan. Somebody just feels really terrible. Like this is a creepy, crawly, uncomfortable, terrified, maybe very stressful kind of thing. Take that out of the picture. You have the Lovers and the Three of Wands. Again, this may be more than one lover. And so this could be where the anxiety is coming from. But I see like these two are really good partners. They're partners for life. They have everything in common. They want the same things. They've got the same goals. They have the same kind of lifestyle. They have a vision for the future together. Is somebody afraid that this vision is not going to happen, that something's not going to come true? Because if you look at the Nine of Swords with the Seven of Cups and the Five of Wands, extremely stressful feelings. A feeling of powerlessness, a feeling of loss of control, of up against something that's bigger and scarier and hard to understand, and maybe a little bit beyond, like, okay, Page of Cups, Page of Swords, very curious, intelligent, very sensitive and kind, gentle, but like strong at the same time. Like this is somebody who's very, if this is just one person and not two different people, it's somebody who's very insightful, right? Very intelligent, very perceptive, very gentle, like I said, very like kind, but also like not afraid to speak their mind, even if they're nervous. Like yes, they're nervous. I feel like somebody's really nervous, but they're going to do it anyway. Like they're brave. Being brave doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you do it anyway, right? I almost get like a Page of Wands feeling again, but like this is somebody who is, wait, I just lost my train of thought. Right, so they may be kind of younger or inexperienced, or they just feel like they're in over their head a little bit here. And so maybe this relationship has them feeling like a little intimidated or nervous, or like they're eager to get going. They want this, but at the same time, they're scared. It's like somebody who's never really been in a relationship before, or they've not had as many relationships, or you know what I mean? And it's their first time being in a real relationship. I'm not saying that this is you. I'm saying like this is an example of the energy. Or maybe this is somebody who hasn't been in a relationship in a long time and they're kind of rusty, you know, like they don't know what exactly to do. They don't know what to say. They're trying to figure it out. They want to, but they're confused and they feel like a little bit lost and a little bit over their head. Okay, that's what I'm saying. What's on the split here? The Two of Pentacles. This is a change for the better. Another butterfly here. This is a transformation that's being made, overcoming the challenge, things changing for the better. The Sun card is there, happiest card in the deck. Really finding fulfillment, finding happiness, and then the Nine of Wands. So it's like perseverance. We got 19, 9. I've got 3 9s here. Perseverance, putting one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, making small steps, small changes in the right direction, giving it time. I get the sense that there's a feeling of eagerness, you know, somebody wants to like do something fast. They want to make it happen like right now, but there's a need to sort of kind of slow it down a little bit, you know, it's okay. Like changing for the better in this situation, I think requires a little bit of consolidation, of cutting out distractions and really focusing in on what's truly important. And I do want to clarify with the book, the Nine of Swords, I opened up to the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like starting something new and getting really good at it. But let me just see the Nine of Swords here because I want to see what the book says. Dark visions, anguish, bad dreams. It's a really dark card. Deepest shadows of the self, insomnia, nightmares, worries in the midnight hour, guilt, despair, depression, battling with yourself. You can turn to others for help. Find joy and reach out. Okay. So you have a lover, a partner, somebody who really cares, whether it's a friend, family member, somebody that really cares about you is reaching out to you, or you can reach out to them. If you're dealing with depression, dark anxiety, this like Nine of Swords energy, I see the Lovers, I see the Three of Wands, I see the Page of Cups here. You can talk to this person. The Eight of Wands, Four of Wands. It's like you can open up to them and they're going to help you to feel better. I do get that for somebody you have somebody in your life that's very understanding, and they are not going to judge you for whatever it is that you're going through. They are going to listen. They're going to be a very good listener, okay? And you can express yourself to them. There's hope for the future, and they're going to help you see that there is hope for the future, that these emotions run really deep and they come from a place from the past, with that Six of Cups. It's like something to do with the past, and it's like you're carrying it into the future, I think, but the future looks good. So whatever this is stressing you out, let's read for the illusions and deceptions. Facing temptations in some aspect of your life, whether it's pleasure or money. You'll soon realize you're building a house of cards. Ooh. You can't see clearly, can't judge right from wrong, up from down. Remove yourself for a while, step back until you can see straight again. Always a good idea to take a step back, but there is some kind of bliss or harmony. There's gains heading your way. You are going to be successful in the situation. We know that. We see that. That's what we're moving towards. We're building up to it. Balance and change. Okay. New job, new financial situation, moving to a new place. You may be afraid, but it's something you need to it needs to happen. It might even be fun. Facing this with grace. Okay, so there's something that has to change, and it might actually be a very good thing, and you might even have fun in the new environment or the new situation. So you can look forward to it, or at least try. You can try to be a little optimistic about it. It's kind of scary though. Something is changing, something is scary. You may want to reach out to somebody to be able to talk to, somebody you can trust, who will not judge you, who will understand, who will be a good listener, a good friend, who may even have some very strong ideas about right and wrong. Again, we're coming back to this idea of what's fair and what's right and what's not okay. And maybe you're in a relationship where you're getting mixed signals from somebody. You don't understand why this person is treating you this way, because you feel so happy with them, you love them, but something doesn't feel right. And then your friend is going to be like, oh, that's wrong, or this is, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't do that. You can't put it. It's like the Page of Swords is like saying to me right now, oh, that is so unfair. That's not right. You did it. And then you know what I mean? So it's like, you can talk to this person. A friend of yours would love to help you, but it's like you're afraid to reach out, or there's some fear about this relationship, or there's some fear about opening up about it. Maybe it's not even just a friend. Maybe it could be a lover. And this is a new relationship, a new lover, or a new friend, or something like that, where maybe you're not sure if you can open up to them about something that's deep and dark and shadow side of yourself, But how are you going to share true intimacy in a relationship if you're always holding back and you don't want to open up? But it's scary to open up because you face rejection. You might feel afraid of being rejected, right? But I don't see that being the case here. I see this bringing you closer together. I think that this could help change things for the better. This could help to clarify something, to overcome some kind of misunderstanding or miscommunication. It would help your friend or your lover or whoever to understand you better. They will understand, and then you will better understand them. It's like you can give them a chance to understand. Maybe it's your child or something like that, and you're like, how much do I tell my child about my past? When is it appropriate to talk about certain things? Are they old enough? Will they understand what happened or, you know, something like that. That's what it's giving. That's what this reading is giving today. Will this person understand? I don't know if I should talk about this. When is it age appropriate? When is it appropriate in a relationship to talk about deep things? I don't want to just trauma dump on somebody when it's not appropriate. Like, I'm getting that feeling, right? And so there's some confusion here, but you want to make sure that you're building a solid relationship that's based on trust and truth. And wouldn't you rather find out ahead of time that this is not somebody that you can trust? Wouldn't you want to know how they would respond? Like, perhaps it's time for you to have that difficult moment of opening up and communication. Like, give it a chance. You may be pleasantly surprised. I see you going towards a better place. Anything else? Yeah, the strength. The courage that you need is in your heart to be open-hearted. There's a Leo energy here. Opening your heart, mastering your emotions, being generous with yourself, with your heart. It means giving of yourself, right? Expressing yourself confidently, without fear. I think this inspires confidence in others. Like, being open and honest about who you are helps other people feel strong in themselves. It helps them feel like they can do it too. And then you can mutually support each other. The more authentic you are, the more authentic your friend will be, or whatever, whoever this is. And then you can mutually be authentic with each other and support each other. I almost get the sense of like, there's something about you that you feel maybe ashamed of, or like you've always felt like you couldn't do this, you couldn't say this, you couldn't be this thing. And once you start to kind of open up about it, you realize that it's actually very liberating to be this thing, because it's your authentic self. You don't have to keep it hidden anymore. And it's inspirational to the people around you, and it makes other people, it's very respectable. You know, it makes people like, I think it's going to go a lot better than your fears in this situation are not entirely based in reality. Like, they are based on reality. They are legitimate and valid. I'm not trying to invalidate your emotions or your fears. That's not what I mean. I just mean it's not as bad as you think it is. Like, it's going to be a lot better than you think. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting today. It's like, these fears and anxieties may be coming from a very valid, real place, but do they apply to the situation right now and in the future? Like, if you have experienced a serious situation in the past, trauma of some kind, and you had an abusive relationship or something, right? And so you learned certain survival behaviors that helped you to survive that situation, and they were totally appropriate for that situation. Okay, well, now you're not in that situation anymore, but you're still carrying those behaviors with you. And they don't really apply, and they're not really appropriate to this new situation, because the new situation actually is safe. You're safe. You are okay. And so if you were to continue to behave in those ways, then actually it would start to cause problems. It would cause more problems than it would solve. Like, maybe these behaviors or attitudes helped you to survive and solve some problems, or at least get through it in the past. But now when you're going into this new phase, right? Like, you get what I'm saying? It doesn't apply anymore. This attitude is not appropriate, or this attitude and these behaviors are not necessary. You don't have to do that anymore. So who would you be? How would you be? You have a new opportunity. This is exciting. You can reimagine yourself. You can reimagine your identity or your behaviors or your attitude. It's like, this is liberating for you. And so maybe it's uncomfortable and it's difficult and it's uncertain, and there's still some lingering fears and doubts, and that's okay. But you're being asked in this reading today, how could you reimagine yourself in a new context? Putting yourself in a new context really is going to change the meaning of your behaviors. And so it's like, if you are in survival mode, right? But you're not in a actual survival situation, you may end up causing more problems than you solve with those behaviors. Like, if you're defensive and you're silent, or you're closed off, or whatever you had to be, being closed off, silent, and defensive in a new safe environment is actually going to end up maybe causing conflict. And really, you're going to end up missing out on perhaps a beautiful friendship or something that otherwise would be a lot healthier if you felt more secure. So little baby steps, you know, little small steps towards perhaps just like testing the waters to open up and letting yourself bloom and blossom and flower here. Okay. Yeah, so there's a few different messages that came through today. I feel like, you know, just to recap, there is someone you can talk to. There is a conversation incoming. Somebody might be afraid to talk to you because this person is nervous and they're really sensitive to rejection, but they're going to talk to you. They're going to open up to you. So you might be that friend for somebody else too. And there's like this scattered energy. I see you like getting more focused, really kind of cutting out distractions, changing for the better, and finding more of like a work-life balance, or just like a more balanced approach to whatever the situation is in your heart and in your mind. You know, bringing certain things into balance here. Something's going to be more fair. There's a focus on fairness and authenticity. Okay. What do we got on the clock? 30:55. This went on longer than I thought. 553, 13, the death card, major transformation. This is good. Something's being resolved and it's coming to a close. You're getting closure on something, or something is closing out so that something new can begin for you. Okay, I think it's a good outcome, but I'm going to leave it there. Cancer, I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I've got 3 options available. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.